Welcome to Nerds Talking the Podcast, episode 10, 2021. And Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Lafayette. There's Carlos.
Hey.
Dennis.
Hey.
And our special guest, Vincent Maida.
Low.
You don't.
And our special guest, Vincent, who's joined us because last year, just kind of throw it out there, Mandalorian wrapped up with a crazy, I wouldn't say crazy, I would say a fantastic ending. And we're going to talk a little Mando here, maybe touch on a little Star Wars in general, even though we've had a Star Wars episode, kind of just dwell into a couple of things. And of course, we'll talk about what's going on in the world today, as always. And we'll start off with, I guess we'll start off with The Mandalorian. Dennis, did you catch up with The Mandalorian? Have you caught up yet?
I just finished season 1. I just started season 2.
Okay.
That's going to be full of spoilers for you then, buddy.
Good.
So
He'll
good.
be all right.
I'm not holding back.
So good.
Yeah, all right. Just in case you have not seen it, this will be full of spoilers. And because Carlos wants to spoil everything.
Right.
Just it's horrible. It's just
Everything.
what he does. Everything. I mean, if you've seen his face, it spoils your life. That's okay. All right, so let's start off. I mean, where do you want to start, Carlos? Because you were telling me how you want to talk Mando, even though I'm all Mandoed out. So
if you're Mandoed out, then you're not a true Star Wars fan. Am I right,
well,
Vince?
when I say I'm Mandoed out,
All right.
I mean
Cannot be mandoed out, especially
talked
after
about
that
it with-
finale.
talk about it with the coworkers, people online, Twitter. I talked about it with you. I talked about it with my cat. I mean,
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never had a nerdgasm until I saw the final episode of Mandalorian. Man, this just when the X-Wing showed up, and then at first I thought it was that, the guy who gave the Marshal badge to what's her name? Carano's character. But then when she said it's a lone X-Wing, right away I knew it was Luke. I knew it. I don't know why, but I knew it. And then obviously when he ignited that lightsaber, it was all over. I had to change my underpants. It was great. It was awesome. You know what? Before I get into it too much, I just want to hear what did you think about it?
Who's you?
You, Lafayette.
I thought it was horrible. I don't like the show at all. It's just a fan giving fans crap. Like, oh, here's some more fan crap. I know you just want more of it. And then Luke shows up. I would have loved it. Instead of Luke, it would have been Greedo. And then
Now, how about Mace Windu? Samuel Jackson.
Mace Windu, yeah. See Mace Windu. Exactly. That's what he should have showed up. Hey, motherfucker, that's my job. Like, oh shit. No, I thought it was great. I mean, I knew it was Luke right away when the X-Wing showed up, and I was like, oh man. And then of course the green lightsaber. Who didn't know that was Luke? To me, the payoff was just how are they gonna make him look? Was he gonna look good? With the CGI. And I'd say I give it an 8 out of 10. It wasn't the greatest, but it was pretty good. He looked pretty good.
Speaking of which, did you guys see the deep fake that came out? They already
did it, right?
They already did it, and it looks flawless.
Better. Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
Really?
They did the same thing with the Irishman. They did it with the Mando.
And did you just throw this in there real quick? Did you see the one they did for Solo with Harrison Ford?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, it's amazing. It's like just go back and put his face on everything. I was like, that looks amazing. I don't understand how they don't just use that technology. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me how the deep fakes always look better. Always.
Yeah, Scorsese spent $100 million on the Netflix Irishman.
Yeah.
And yet deepfake comes out within a week and makes it look 100 times better.
And probably spent $40.
But
So true.
if you guys watch it, it's already going to ruin it for you.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Mando is that show goes above and beyond Star Wars fan service to the point where it makes the movies look not all the movies, but the last 3 and the really slow, crappy prequels just makes them look bad. This show is so good. It just carries Star Wars to a next level for me. That's how I look at it. It just takes it to the next level. Like, forget this. It's great to see Luke, but what else is there out in the galaxy? You know what I mean? So, Vincent,
Well,
what
the
do you
thing
think?
that I like a lot about it is
Well, you already spoke. You shut up. You already spoke. We heard
Just to
you.
piggyback what you said, I mean,
Okay, good.
it's like Kathleen Kennedy just took the trilogy, just threw it out there just to make a few bucks. I mean, John Favreau's handling this with kid gloves right now. I mean, and I'm the type of person, you throw anything Star Wars at me, I'm going to find a way to enjoy it. But after watching the Mando, it made me hate episode 8 and 9 even more. Like, the fact of the matter is, I'm expecting Luke to come out there like Count Dooku and having that battle like in Attack of the Clones. Like, I want to see some amazing Force. And I never saw that in The Last Jedi. So all of a sudden, I'm like nerding out, having the same moment that Carlos is. It's like, that was what I was waiting for years.
Absolutely.
And it's like watching the Tyson fight. It's like bring me back to my childhood. I'm like fucking giddy and excited. And as soon as I see Luke, I'm like, I understand what Kevin Smith was when he was crying. Like I didn't quite cry, but I wanted to get there.
Oh, I was just
Yeah.
super excited. I was like excited, like the most exciting Christmas you ever had, as a kid. Where you just opened that one gift, like, oh my God, you actually got me this kick ass, over the top Sylvester Stallone doll, which I did get one year. And that's, I mean, I'm telling you right now, that's what it was like seeing Luke Skywalker. I was like, oh my God, like, I like almost like you couldn't wait to tell somebody. Should I call somebody? What am I going to do with this information that I have? Does everybody else know this?
My wife kept telling me to sit down. I'm ruining it because I was like jumping around. That's Luke. That's Luke. I was like bouncing off the walls. It was nuts. And what I like about Mando just entirely is that it like gives you little bits of Star Wars, just enough to keep you wanting, because you're hoping to show you more. Like for instance, in season 1, I didn't even know a TIE fighter could land. When I saw a TIE fighter, I'm like, oh, that's hella cool. They're bringing this TIE fighter, and then it landed. I'm like, I didn't even know they could land. And then they just keep giving you little bits to feed on, just like you're a dog and just tossing you little snacks. Here you go, and it keeps you coming back more and more. Like just seeing the IG-88 robot or IG-11, but he looked like IG-88. I'm like, well, there's another one. They're throwing you little bits. That show is just phenomenal.
And Dennis, I know you've only watched season 1, and now you know Luke Skywalker shows up in season 2. But what have you liked so far of season 1?
No, I think the story kind of pulls you in. Like it's a really well made show. I think the production quality is pretty top notch, in my opinion.
Yeah, the average
And I'm
cost
really
of every
hooked.
episode is
Yeah,
$10 million.
yeah, I can't wait to like watch the next one. It just keeps pulling you in.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a really fun,
crazy.
a really fun show.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's crazy.
I'm actually
that
enjoying
show
it more than I kind of expected.
than
Kind
you
of like,
thought you would.
yeah,
Yeah, and the best part about that show is it's spawning so many other shows. We're gonna get a ton of Star Wars content. It's like the best thing Disney can do is just create shows and not necessarily just throw movies out there.
Yeah.
They
Because
should just have the right people behind it. Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Favreau should be writing the next trilogy. If they're not in
Yep.
negotiations with Favreau right now, they're stupid.
is
Yeah.
it the same guy who produced Elf, right? Or
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah. It should be like just like you said, Vincent. It should be how Kevin Feige is in charge of Marvel. John Favreau should be in charge of all of Star Wars. Whichever direction they want to go with it, kick Kennedy out of there because they just threw money at to make more money. That's all they did with those movies. They threw more money out to make more money. You know what I mean? So, but Carlos loved The Last Jedi. That's what he told me like a week ago.
Shut up.
And
I had a moment of
even-
weakness, and for some reason I said it was all right. But then when I rewatched it, yeah, that's nothing but garbage, man.
I mean, you didn't say it was all
Nothing but
right. You
garbage.
said I went back and watched it. It was pretty good. I was like, what?
Yep.
Did
Then
you
I watched
watch
it
the
again,
wrong
and it was crap.
movie?
Why the hell does Luke Force projection get a haircut? I don't understand that.
Because his Force Ghost stopped at a Supercuts.
Mm.
I mean,
I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't hate it until I watched Luke fight the Dark Troopers because that's what
Oh,
I was
okay.
waiting for. I was waiting for that in The Last Jedi. I wanted to see a Master Jedi in a lightsaber fight with Kylo Ren. Never happened. Instead, he force projects himself on a suicide mission, and then he's gone.
Right.
And it just ruined his legacy.
Yeah, but they ruined Luke all just no matter what. They ruined Luke in that whole movie. He just. I mean, I assume they're gonna explain it, with all these shows. But they ruined his whole legacy with him hiding out as a hermit, really not caring, basically going, all I did was for nothing. Who cares? They're gonna just keep coming back anyway. The Empire. So who cares? I'm gonna hide here and milk these weird looking cow things. And Ray's like, well, can you help me? No, you're wasting my time. You're wasting your own time. Just go like live as a normal person. Who cares? And I just ruined him. He sucked. He should have been a badass. He should have been like, I'm gonna end it on both sides. I always thought he should have been the main villain, but not in a villain way, more in a neutral way. Like, I'm just out to end it all. Like, there's no more Empire, no more rebellion. You guys are both wasting your time. I'm gonna end everything, But we got Ghost Force Luke and a suicide of him sitting in the sunset. Was it on a rock or
At rock, looking at the sunset.
whatever? Carlos's favorite movie.
Now I want to know what happens to Grogu. I mean, what happened between Last Jedi and the end of Mandalorian? I mean, did Grogu become a Jedi, or what the hell happened to him? So we're gonna have to have a Skywalker series now.
And now I've seen that reported twice now. This is Skywalker series. I've seen it reported twice.
So have you? Okay.
Yep. And I do believe it's gonna be hard. Well, it's not gonna be hard, but you got to separate all the new 3 movies they made from anything Mando does. You can't tie them together because
but you have 30 years to do stories. The Last Jedi is 30 years after
I get it.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, you have 30 years, but at the same time, did it? When did what were they call themselves? The New Order, One Order,
One Republic.
Yeah, One Republic, or BTS, whatever they call themselves. How long did it take them to actually become, NSYNC again and so forth, So that's the thing. How many stories can you tell if they don't have that force yet behind it to anyway? But we'll find out. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be great. We got the book of Fett, Boba Fett of books. There's a lot. There's just a lot. Let's just take a break. We'll be right back after this here on Nerds Talking the Podcast, the first episode.